Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sheri's Sip and Think Chat. Yes, I did not put it out there. You want to know why? Because Sheri's going to do what Sheri's going to do. Now, I had some time. I had a lot of things on my mind. I wanted to get it off my mind, which is typically what I like to do with my Sip and Think chats. Occasionally, I like to have some interviews, but that goes hand in hand with those who are willing to get on live chat and do an interview. So for now, you're just going to get me, Sheri. So I was doing some thinking on the way home, and first I'd like to say thank you to Elisa for my lovely handmade scarf, and it's in my favorite color, turquoise. And it's so funny because I took a picture this morning and then I realized I forgot to tag everybody who actually had something to do with that picture. So I am also wearing the earrings that my cousin had given me, which are turquoise leaves, which I love those too. But I took a picture earlier today, and in the picture you can see a wooden Santa Claus. My stepdad made that for me years ago. You can see a little night light with like a little Christmas scene in the middle. My sister and my nephew made that for me last year for Christmas. And what it's on is a mini wine holder that my older sister had given me when I purchased the house directly across the street from her. And then if you really look closely in the picture, there is a collage that my girlfriend and her daughter made for me for my birthday, and there were pictures of all of us who went to Las Vegas and the Grand Canyon together. So I guess that picture has a lot of meanings, you know, at least for me anyways. So yes, I am doing my Sip and Think chat the way that I used to do it. You want to know why? Because it was comfortable. It was what I enjoyed doing. And it doesn't matter if I'm dressed up or if I'm not dressed up. It doesn't matter if you think I'm ugly. I could care less. Honestly, I could care less what you think of me. You want to know why? Because you ain't paying my bills. You know? You ain't hugging me when I'm hurt or when I'm sad. You're not lifting me up. You're not doing anything for me. So why should I give a two rat's ass of what you think about me? I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But hey, I can be nice, but when you cross that line, adios, mi amigos. You're in the same mood. I know. I love my little scarf. I know I've got an online event that I said that I was going to support another friend of ours. So I wanted to get on here before I went on to that. I also have some business updates, but that will be a separate video. I've been trying to figure out how to formalize and separate my Sip and Think chats from my business journey. And in order to do my business journey live, I have to go through the lesson plan that I'm learning for this evening, which I will learn and dive into after the support and live chat that I go on. So anyways, I am using my Sip and Think mug, and what I wanted to talk about today was we have a friggin' snowstorm coming up. So I did what any northeastern person would do when they hear the snow is coming. I stopped on my way home from work at the store to pick up milk, eggs, and bread. Now I still wonder, and I still think, why just milk, eggs, and bread? Like, why are we only buying bread, eggs, and milk? And then I think to myself, well, what if you lose electricity? How are you going to cook the eggs? How are you going to cook the bread? Well, I mean, unless you have a a grill, which I've done that before too, but I'm just kind of like, we're not in the age of just bread, eggs, and milk, people. We have grown. I mean, we're on the internet, for God's sakes. Are we still living in the blizzard of 78 where all we need to survive is bread, milk, and eggs? I just can't fathom it. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about. You know? And do you have a cooler to keep the eggs and the milk outside in the cooler in case you lose electricity, because then it'll stay cold in the cooler outside in the snow? That's one thing I'm sipping and thinking about, is this damn snowstorm coming. And let's take this even further. Let's take this even further. Okay? It's 2020, right? Anything can happen. Always expect the unexpected, you know? So why not have a snowstorm during COVID right before Christmas? Every year we pray for a white Christmas, and rarely do we get it. This year I think we're going to get it, because when I look at it further, because I'm looking at, well, the light of Bethlehem is supposed to shine its brightest on December 21st, 45 minutes after sunset, for the first time in 800 years. So why not have a white Christmas before we see the star of Bethlehem? It makes perfect sense, doesn't it? I thought so. Well, we sip on that. So, with my daughter working up in the city, she works second shift and has her own place. As I'm preparing for the snowstorm at home and at work, I'm also trying to make sure my daughter is prepared. Making sure, okay, well, if you get stuck on the side of the road, do you have water? Do you have enough gas in your car? More than a quarter of a tank? Do you have a blanket? All these things my mother would say to me, and I'd be like, Mom, you're crazy. Then I'd be like, watch out for, the black ice. And, well, now I'm watching the storm to see when it's going to start turning from rain to snow. So it's that mixed time. And I'm like, oh, she'll just be getting out of work. So I'm like, okay, do you need any food? Do you need any milk, bread, or eggs? Because Mommy will get that for you. She's like, no, I should be fine, Mom. Happy to know that she actually has Thursday off, so she won't be out in the snow, but it's just the fact that, first time out. And then right before I came on here, my son texted me, the Eagle has landed in Texas, so he's safe and sound so far, so good. So that's one thing. I have not completed my Christmas shopping. You want to know what's weird this year with Christmas? First of all, I'm like, either I buy Christmas stuff back in like June and get it all ready, or I know what I'm going to get everybody, or I wait till the week of Christmas, which Christmas, by the way, is next Friday. However, can't really go to the store right now. Don't really have that much money to go to the store either. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, maybe you'll get Christmas presents in January, depending on the delivery time, right? And now, depending on the snowstorm. Actually, I feel as though I already had my Christmas with all three of my kids, and ours was just, dinner, music, and the Christmas tree. And of course, I wanted to listen to Christmas music. I let my kids listen to any music they wanted to. Some of the music I just didn't put up on there because it was dropping F-bombs every 2 seconds, and I was like, nope, I just want to enjoy this time with my children. But anyways, I did from the virtual event that we did, I did order a few things. Those have been coming in. So grateful for Alyssa to drop off some of our gifts that people will be getting this year, so I can put those little gift baskets together. I honestly just want it to be simple, you know? And then it was funny, like on my way home, I'm saying to myself, so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92, the Christmas song, right? So I'm singing it over and over again in my head. And I'm like, why is it to kids from 1 to 92? Like, people are living past 92 years old. And I can guarantee that if you're offering a simple phrase to a kid at 1 year old, they're not going to really remember that simple phrase. However, the kid at 97 or 92 is going to remember that simple phrase. So I'm just wondering, do these songs need to be upgraded? It's great that they're traditional songs, but you're offering a simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. It's a wonderful gesture, but people are living longer than 92. So we have to put some thought into that. Have another sip. So, what else was I thinking of? Thinking of the snowstorm. Thinking of my son and my daughter and my other son. And thinking of my business plan. I know I wrote a couple of things down just to make sure I was like, what was I thinking about? Oh, there was something else I was thinking about too. Oh, God, I can't remember. It just went over my head. Just can't really remember what I'm thinking. What is it? What is it, Sheri? What are you thinking? Maybe I'll just sip while I think. So this is Sip and Think with Sheri. It's just little things that I think about. And then I was thinking, do I make a video using my camera? But then I won't have all these cool backgrounds like I do if I use TikTok Reels or Instagram Live or Facebook Live. So, I don't know. It's just something to think about, I'm just thinking. Then the other thing that I was thinking was, when I used to do my sip and thinks with my coffee on a Saturday morning outside on the deck, man, I'm not dressed up for that. So don't expect Sheri to be dressed up every time she comes on her sip and think chat. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to impress myself. Because if I like it, that's all that matters. Sounds like I have a big ego, doesn't it? Well, I don't necessarily have a big ego. I'm just tired of people thinking they know everything. Because I sure as hell don't know everything. Maybe I don't know shit. And why should I conform to what you or anybody else wants? No, that ain't gonna happen. Not at all. Trying to put on a show to impress somebody else. Like, seriously? Like, why should I do that? Really, why should I? Because then I get disappointed when you have something mean to say to me? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Tired of mean people. There's too much shit going on. There's too much stress going on. Your words have more value than you think. What you put out there comes back to you. And even if you're testing people and thinking it's a game, you may be doing that because that's what you're used to, but that ain't what I'm used to. So if you want to play your little games, go find somebody else to play your little games with, because you ain't going to play them with me. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Sheri's going to do what Sheri's going to do. Sheri is a loving person. She's going to love people. And the people that love her are going to love her back. You're either going to be in my life or you're not going to be in my life. That's how I roll right now. Got serious for a second right there, right? Well, it's like, come on, there's too much shit going on all at once. At what point do you say, nah, man, talk to the hand. Take a step back. Let me do what I got to do. You ain't in my shoes. You don't know everything that's going on. You don't know everything I got to deal with. And not only that, I'm an individual. So the way I deal with things is different than the way that you deal with things. I can be compassionate. I can show empathy. But if you're going to sit there and play games with me, no, I'm looking for real. I'm looking for real. There's a difference between being constructive or giving constructive criticism versus testing people in a game. There's a difference. I'm not playing games. I'm living life. So, this is what it's like to be in Sheri's Sip and Think. It's like a roller coaster. In and out. Or maybe the waves. You know, guys, yes, Christmas is right around the corner. But you know what else is right around the corner? A new year. A new year. And what does everybody do right before the new year? It's a new year. It's a new you. In what way is it a new you? Please tell me. Is it a new you for 4 weeks? From January 1st to January 31st. I'm going to go do this, then this. And then by February 28th, oh my God, it stopped. And now I got to pick myself back up again. Because again, we didn't expect the unexpected. So, just like 2020, the year of the unexpected, expect the unexpected. So, I hope you enjoyed Sheri's Sip and Think chat for this evening. And I hope you'll join me for future Sip and Think chats with Sheri. If you'd like to interview with me, absolutely. I'd love to sit and chat with somebody any day. But, you know, for tonight, this is what it is. So, with that, enjoy your evening.